Mr. Fee. I don't give a fuck about free links and the piss poor excuse for bands that play there. I don't give a fuck about the Denton scene or cleaning up the vomit I inject from looking at any of their fucking faces. I don't give a fuck about Beaver and their half-brain guitar player Paul. I don't need to get $5 rim jobs from Noogie to fund their tour van repairs. Nobody gives a shit that 20 years later Richard Haskins is still wearing his mom's fucking panties. If anyone in this sewer sludge we call a music scene is fucking offended by what I gotta say, just remember, kids, I'm giving no fucks today. I'm giving no fuck. I'm giving no fuck. Everybody sucks. I'm giving no fuck. I'm giving no fuck. I'm giving no fuck. No. That's why everybody sucks. I'm giving no fuck. No fuck you. I'm giving no fucks. I'm giving no fucks. Everybody sucks. I'm giving no fucks. I'm giving no fucks. I'm giving no fucks. No. Everybody sucks. I'm giving no fucks. I ain't showered in a couple of days. These days have been a haze. I got crusty underwear. Ask me if I really care. The other day in the pit, throw this in a hat of shit. Let it go and it was sloppy. Nowhere near the porta potty. I'm giving no fucks. I'm giving no fucks. Everybody sucks. I'm giving no fucks. I'm giving no fucks. I'm giving no fucks. Everybody sucks. I'm giving no fucks. I woke up with a prostitute, hungover but I still need a poop. She said I had whiskey dick. I just shrugged cause I give no shits. This was said to be on my way. Then she said, hey, where's my pay? Right then she pulled out a gun and jumped out the window and away I run. I'm giving no fucks. I'm giving no fucks. No. Everybody sucks. I'm giving no fucks. I'm giving no fucks. I'm giving no fucks.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Inner Geekdom podcast, where you can come and get all sorts of awesome information about whatever random nerdy stuff we're talking about. And this week we have, of course, starting out with the weekend what to watch, but following it up, we will be talking about D23. That is Disney's big convention, and we have so much news. But to start things off, let's go around and introduce ourselves. I am Rune. If you enjoy my energy and want to see more of me, make sure that you follow, subscribe, whatever you do on whatever platform that you're watching right now, to, make sure that you see me do more stuff. I play video games and probably start putting out a bunch of YouTube videos here soon. J-Rod, why don't you go ahead and give yourself your shout outs?
Yeah, you can find me on the old TikTok at JRod_live at my Jared and the Bobcat Logic TikTok page. You can also check out a lot of my music on everywhere that's music is streamed. Stuff like my solo project, Jared Gideon, or Sleaze's Fist and the Latter-day Taints, or the Faps. It's all on there for you to enjoy. Go out and look it up. Have some, crank it up. Turn that knob all the way to the right until it breaks off.
Oh, snap. That sounds like a great idea, but it's going to get costly, Jared. Shorty, go ahead and give yourself your shout outs.
Yep, I am Shorty Mafia, or Shorty for short. You can catch me on Twitch streaming Ark and maybe a few other games coming up. Might get back into Minecraft and do some new clips. But yeah, just come by and have a chill time.
Yeah. So if you end up wanting to follow any of those guys, make sure that you go and check the description. Their information as well as mine is there. So, make sure that you go and follow us on all of that. And as always, we start out the show with none other. It's time for the weekend what to watch, where we tell you what you should be watching, sometimes reading, sometimes playing, basically what you should get into this weekend if you have no other plans. I usually like to open it up to you guys. Who would like to start things off this week? What should we be watching?
I'll go ahead and get it going.
Okay. Go ahead, J-Rod.
All right, so here's what you want to go watch, right? So since we're gonna be talking about Disney stuff, I wanted to start out with this is a classic. Basically, this deer, his mom gets shot. It's pretty good.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I've been playing a
voice
lot of Red
actor
Dead. You've
have to be
sparked
in the
my
military?
interest.
Yeah. There's like that voice actor for Bambi was in the military.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
He didn't tell anyone until he got out.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. So you're recommending Bambi? Is that what we're going with, J-Rod?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, watch Bambi.
Okay. I mean, everybody go watch Bambi.
He can call me a flower if he wants to.
I mean, it's not one of my favorites personally, but yeah, go watch Bambi. Shorty, what do you got for us this week?
So I have an anime called Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian. It's a little
I've heard
rom-com.
of this one.
It is so cute. I love it. I've read the manga. The anime is really good. So pretty much this girl, she's half Russian, half Japanese. She's in a Japanese class, and whenever she's feeling like shy and flirtatious, she says her feelings in Russian, thinking no one can understand her.
It's literally
Turns
the
out
fucking title, Shorty.
And then the dude she has a crush on, she doesn't know this, but he speaks fluent Russian.
Drewsy's
so
on
whenever-
Fantasy Star.
Whenever she says something embarrassing or like flirtatious to him, she thinks that he doesn't understand, but he does, and so he tries to hide the fact that he understands her completely.
Yeah.
And it's just a cute little rom-com, and it's definitely a good watch and a read if you do have the time.
I enjoy a romantic anime from time to time. I might give it a try. I mean, we'll see. I'll look up some reviews as well. But for my recommendation this week, I'm going to be actually recommending a video game that we've all started playing or will be starting to play here soon with good old Speed Freaks. That's a car game by Warhammer 40K where you go around as a bunch of orcs trying to capture different points with your crew while fighting off another basically army of like 8 people, and it is a blast. It is free to play. Jared has also been playing a lot of it, and Shorty is getting ready to. So J-Rod, give us that theater pitch on why you think this game will be good. We're going to do a review that we'll put up for in a few days, but this is just kind of like our shout out, our quick pitch.
Well, it's a very chaotic game involving cars. You start out with a phase of capture points with 8-on-8 cars fighting each other. You got a variety of different vehicles you can choose from. Some are cool, some suck, but basically you keep fighting for the capture points and earning points to get over on the other team. And eventually it ends with a race to the finish. Instead of going after a capture point, you have to go across the finish line. And the whole time you're playing, you're wondering why you're dying so much, things like that. You finally start getting a grip on the game. It's pretty good. So it's a bunch of orcs on vehicles, and it's hard to explain, but the game is ridiculously funny.
It is very funny. That's the thing, is the humor of it. It's so goofy. Just everybody in that game, the names you'll see people playing as will have you laughing, just like it's a really good time. Shorty,
you'll get crumped.
Your scones get crumped. Shorty, do you have any thoughts on this game? I know you haven't played it yet, but what's your thoughts on it?
I've seen y'all play, and it looks like a lot of fun. Reminds me just kind of like a battle royale, just in vehicles. So it definitely piques my interest, and I like how it's free. So that was a big selling point.
It's definitely fun with friends. It's definitely when you can pick up by yourself as well, though. I mean, I've done it. I've seen Jared do it. It's easy to just jump in for a quick match or two whenever you just got a few minutes. Like, it's an easy, accessible, fun game that's not really asking too much of you.
Yeah, that's the good thing about it. So if you only have 20 minutes to play a game, you can play one round and turn it off.
Yeah, I love that about it. All right, guys. So,
but it's like a Pringles can, though. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah, we've definitely went down that rabbit hole of just one more match. Yeah, let's just do one more match. All right, so over the weekend, it was none other than Disney's big convention D23. And with that came a ton of news. So much news that we had to change our normal format of how we run this show. So basically, I have a list of every at least major announcement that came out of D23. We are going to give things either a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or an I don't care. And unless it's one of like the major talking points that somebody wants to really chime in about, we probably won't spend too much time on it. So we're sorry if we kind of skipped over something you're really excited about. Let us know in the comments so we could possibly go and cover it more deeply later. But we're kind of just going to be, really hit hard on the ones that spark our interest the most. So starting out is Moana 2 on November 27th, 2024. That is a theater movie, because I do want to make sure that everybody knows what'll be Disney Plus, what'll be in theaters, and what's a TV show. Personally, very excited about this one. This is a thumbs up. I think that it is perfect on a Thanksgiving release. That is a perfect movie to go and see with your family. I got nieces. I cannot wait to go and watch this movie with them. Any others? Thoughts?
I'm excited for it. It looks good. From the story that I got from the trailer, it looks super clean. I think it's going to be a nice, exciting story. It's not going to be a cutesy too much. It's actually going back towards like how the original was. So I'm super excited to see what they do with it.
Oh yeah, for sure. J-Rod, any thoughts?
I don't really have an opinion on it. I'm not excited about it.
Not excited. Sequel. Okay, so don't care about it. All right. I will say it is interesting because in 2027 we will be getting the live action adaptation of Moana, where The Rock will be reprising his role as Maui. So that's something else. Next up on the list is Snow White, March 21st, 2025. Don't care. I do not give a fuck. I'm not mad at it like a lot of people are. I've seen there's a lot of discourse over certain things. I just could care less. J-Rod?
Yeah, I don't really care either. Like, if it happens to be on, I might watch.
Yeah,
I'm not like a negative or positive on it either way.
Yeah.
I just don't like the Snow White story in general.
Yeah, it's never been one that really mattered much to me.
You're gonna hear me repeat this a lot. I want to see original IP, like
and
original
there's not
stuff.
much on this list. There is not much.
A lot of redos and continuations. So.
All right, so Lilo and Stitch live action summer 2025. I'm actually pretty excited about this one.
I
love Lilo and Stitch. I think that the Stitch, they actually have a Stitch,
the Stitch
character model.
They're doing looks good. Really good.
It looks really good. I think that it's a fun enough story, but also grounded enough that it could be very fun in live action. I hope that they don't just do a retelling of the same story and change it up a bit, though.
My favorite part that I'm hoping to see is the sunburned ice cream man.
Oh, yeah, that would be pretty
funny.
I
really want to see who they get to play that, because that is the best cameoed person in Lilo and Stitch.
I don't know if you remember that gag, Jared. No,
it's been a while since I've seen Lilo and Stitch.
So there was a bald guy, and this goes through all of the different movie iterations, the TV shows, everything. There's just a dude that has sunburn really bad, and then he just has like a pink ice cream cone, and every time you see he's about to lick it, something happens. It's very much the cabbage guy from Avatar kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
That was
oh my god, they killed Kenny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, so any thoughts on this one, Jared? Lilo and Stitch live action?
No strong. Nothing.
All right, Incredibles 3. Big thumbs up for me. I like the Incredibles. It's superheroes. It's not difficult to do a bunch of sequels. The fact that we're only getting 3 now is weird to me, when I feel like a lot of other things have, when we'll be talking about Toy Story 5, after this. So, for me, I think that there's plenty to still say about this franchise with this family. Thoughts, guys?
I agree. I love the Incredible series, the books, the offshoots, and the movies are good. I'm excited for 3, and I also agree. I think they took too long between 2 and 3, but they also took forever between 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, that was a very long.
So,
J-Rod,
there was always big traction for it, just they never took it.
Yep. J-Rod, thoughts on Incredibles 3?
Yeah, not overly excited about it. Same reason why with anything else is that I'm here for original stuff.
Okay, Toy Story 5, summer 2026. Yeah, I'm not.
Let it die.
Now I'm actually gonna say I don't care. They can milk it as much as they want. I'm just. No. It could be cool. I don't know.
Tackling the iPad generation. That's the theme of this one.
Yeah. So
Just
I don't know.
let it burn. It is done.
Yeah,
It is so done.
Let's see, Jared. Any thoughts on this one? Also, just on new Toy Story.
Just come on, give me something new. We've seen Toy Story. We've seen it so many times. Unless it's Sid becoming aware that the toys are sentient or whatever. Like he becomes aware of it, and you think that like, oh no, he's gonna have like a coming to Jesus over this because he just figured out that the toys
canon.
are real.
That's canon. He did. That's why he became a trash man.
He did become a trash man.
He rescues thrown away toys because he knows they're sentient.
Yeah.
That's his main goal in life.
Yeah,
what they need is for him to be a mad scientist and start building freak toys. That's what
he
it
did.
is.
That's why they turned on him.
Right.
I know. We need to have like the super badass like.
I think there was a video game like back in the day about like Sid's Revenge where we had to fight all of his like toy creations.
I think it was PS2.
Yeah, something like there was a bunch of those type of games back then.
I need the one where he like takes over the country with his army of toys.
His army.
He just becomes like he just goes and becomes Lex Luthor with his toy creations.
Yeah, he just starts melting down plastic and building like 10-foot versions of stuff.
All right,
I want to see where they came up with the rule of toys have to be still. When did their sentient start? I would love to see an origin story of the first sentient toy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so Frozen 3, 2027. I wasn't.
That's another let it burn.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm kind of over the Frozen stuff. I think that
there's. Do you think this movie's gonna blow, man?
I think it really will blow, man. No, I didn't really. I thought the first one was okay. The second one didn't care for. A third, I mean, I get why it's being made. It's not for us anyway, so I mean,
it's meant for little girls.
It's for little girls. So I hope that they enjoy it. I won't.
Like the music's catchy, but the movies aren't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So all right, Zootopia 2, November 26, 2025. Actually, an up for me.
I love Zootopia.
I really loved the first movie. I thought it was really good. I think that it has a very rich world that has plenty more to explore.
And the little skits and short stories they do for Zootopia is super good too. I love like just scrolling through the clock app and seeing them, and I'll watch them all the way through.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it.
No thoughts on Zootopia? Did you see the first one, Jared?
Yeah. I'm just not excited about it. Yeah, okay. I looked through all this stuff, so.
Okay, well, this next one is actually a TV show with this Star Wars Skeleton Crew coming out December 3rd. Up for me. I watched the trailer. It looks like the Goonies in Star Wars world. I'm here for it. Like,
why? Because they went down a water slide?
No, just because it's a bunch of little kids and stuff, man. It looks like that's the vibe that it gives to me, and I'm here for that because it's an angle that I haven't seen before. Like I want new things from Star Wars. That's why I'm so excited about. There's another show that we'll talk about later. Wait, is it on the list? Yeah, we'll talk about it later. There's another Star Wars project that I like for the reason of exploring that universe in an area that's not just following the Skywalkers.
Yeah, I see it down there.
So I'm excited for it. That's a big thumbs up for me. I think this is more of what I want to see from Star Wars instead of just derivative, hey, we're going and doing, the Padawan of so-and-so's best friend or whatever. Like, I don't care about that stuff.
Well, Disney came out with a statement saying they're revising their crew for TV shows because they just did it for Marvel, and they're talking about doing it for Star Wars. So I'm super excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah. Any thoughts on Skeleton Crew, J-Rod, except the fact that you don't think it's Goonies in Star Wars?
I'm giving it a thumb sideways.
I can respect that.
It's either a huge mistake or it's a great move for future fans. Hard to tell with the limited trailer that I saw.
That's fair.
It's got its usual issues that I have with a lot of modern Star Wars movies, and that's that it's too much CG and fake backgrounds and stuff like that, and it doesn't look quite gritty enough. Yeah. For me, it just looks a little too shiny, like it might as well have been done at Pixar. You know what I mean? It's everything looks so fake in it, and it's like I want a little bit of like just take it and like compress it or something. I don't know what you need to do to make it look a little more movie-like. It
Yeah.
just looks too fake. I mean, I might as well watch Final Fantasy the movie or something.
It is very heavy in CGI.
Yeah, which I would say was like the biggest downfall of Obi-Wan as well. So,
Yeah.
all right, so next one, Agatha All Along, September 18th. This is, of course, a spinoff of WandaVision about Agatha Harkness, who was the neighbor of Wanda Maximoff in the WandaVision series. I'm giving it a sideways just because it has one very big redeeming factor, and it's just some of the actresses that are in this could actually make it good. I don't think that it's going to be that great of a story, but just some of the actresses will probably at least let me give it a try.
Quick question though, was WandaVision also a musical?
Not really, no.
No.
Because this looks like it's going to be a musical.
I think it'll have
The way
musical
that-
parts.
It looked like it had full on like break into song now.
I haven't heard them say there might be a musical episode.
Be like, yeah, it's kind of a lovely day outside. Did I hear somebody say it's going to be a lovely day? Did you say? Did you say? He did say. He did say. And like, it's gonna break into that.
I
right?
hope
And-
not,
and
because that would take me out of it.
It looks like something I absolutely will hate. And I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's gonna be very popular. And you know, I agree with you. The actresses that are in it.
See, I'm not a fan of the Scarlet Witch franchise in general. Not
That's
just
fair.
WandaVision. I just don't like the character Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking forward to that one. That one's a no for me.
Okay, so that's a confirmation. Shorty just admitted that he hates the X-Men. So put that down, clip that real
To be
quick.
fair, I do not. There's very few X-Men I do enjoy.
So-
Which
We'll
one?
discuss that in a minute.
Magneto.
oh!
No. Magneto's statement of where he says, I
Oh
have
yeah,
one-
they see.
one-
I knew he
one
was a
thing-
Magneto supporter. Magneto supporter.
Mm-hmm.
Magneto supporter.
He's over here just like, Magneto did nothing wrong.
I wouldn't go that far, but he does have some really cool one-liners.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so Fantastic Four, July 25th. Why didn't you release it July 4th for Fantastic Four? Disney, the fuck? But still
Because
excited.
movie theaters might not be open during that day.
Don't care.
So,
Make it happen.
but I'm iffy on it, if I'm being honest.
I actually have a lot of faith in
because-
this one.
Have you seen an actual trailer for it at all?
No, we've
I
only
saw the
seen.
one they announced during the.
Because
thing,
this is
but
something I want to
was
bring up. This is
Yeah.
something I want to bring up. I went to go look for this trailer.
Okay, there's no trailer.
Now, here's something. Here's something that'll happen when
Uh-huh.
you go look for trailers that don't exist yet.
Do you get fake ones?
You get fake AI trailers. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, and it makes me really worry where this is going. And we would not be able to find the real trailer eventually because there'll be so many of these,
Yeah.
or even guess if the movie itself is real or if it was just done in AI the whole way. It looks like shit right now, but give it a couple years. It's come a long way in that same amount of time.
Nah, I think that they're going the right direction with making this a period piece. I think that is the best way to introduce the Fantastic Four because they already feel cheesy in a lot of people's eyes. Put them in a setting that you can kind of do like they did with Captain America, where you showed him in war at first and then you brought him to the modern times instead of the way that they've adapted it the other 3 times that they have done Fantastic Four, and that's by having them in the modern era.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that because I really want to see all the inventions that come about, little robot helpers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
the stills that they've shown for like the like art and technology that they're doing, I'm very excited for seeing how it's gonna look.
Like I just don't want to be burned like the last 3.
Yeah,
I feel like they even one with Surfer in it. I just don't feel like they've put
Yeah, the best person in Silver Surfer was the Silver Surfer.
yeah.
even then it was like a letdown. It was like, okay,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
all right, I guess. Yeah, so like Fantastic Four, like ideally should be like a flagship for Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's really an embarrassment so far. So let's hope this one turns the tide for them.
This is the first one that Disney is doing. Though. This is the first one that the Marvel, since Marvel has been good, is doing. So that brings me a little bit of hope. The other iterations we have, were
Well,
not
Disney
under it.
Disney doesn't have the Midas touch. They're
No,
hit
they
and
don't.
miss.
This is true.
But they did just clear out their staff for Marvel, so this will be a fresh cut with a brand new staff.
Yeah.
So that is something to think about.
Okay.
Speaking of, like, you know, a refresh, though, Daredevil Born Again, March 1st. So this is a continuation of the Netflix Marvel Daredevil that they did, the more gritty M-rated version, and they're sticking to the M-rated. And I like this, that they're actually experimenting with mature content now in Disney, as we've seen with Deadpool. So
yeah, does that mean we're going to get more Luke
Daredevil
Cage? What's up?
yes. That they are supposed to be, all of them are now canon, because they were originally saying that they weren't going to be. This is all right. So what happened originally is they had wrote a script for Daredevil, and it was atrocious. They made him a clown. They tried to make him just like witty, PG-13 at best. You know, they stripped away everything that made Daredevil, but we're just going to keep the same actor.
We're gonna PG-13, call it Darepool.
Pretty much. And so basically everybody said that was an awful idea, and Disney listened, and now we're getting the actual version that's bringing all of the cast back and just putting it in, because there's nothing that contradicts, you know, like, why not just throw those characters that people are already familiar with and say, yep, we did that. I know we didn't do it, but we're going to say that we did it because you guys actually liked that Daredevil.
Because I mean, Daredevil was okay. I mean, I didn't hate it.
I was a Jessica Jones fan.
Luke Cage and Iron Fist, awesome. I loved
Iron Fist, man. But
I'm
an Iron Fist fan of the comics as well.
Yeah, I wish they would have continued. That was one of my.
But they can now. They can now. That's the thing, because they're bringing them over. So that's the thing. They were already saying they're bringing that version of Kingpin in. They're bringing them over, because why not continue to go with that? You already have fantastic actors. I think it's a good move. I honestly think this is a time where they're taking a gamble with something at Disney, but they're taking a gamble on the right thing. I think this is a smart one.
Yeah, I'm excited for it one way or another, because I love Daredevil, Luke Cage, like an Iron Fist. I love them, but I really hope they don't Disney it up. I hope they don't.
Well, I think that's the point.
Too far into it.
I think that's the point. Is after Deadpool, they kind of got the point that they need to be like, oh, maybe we don't always know best, because that's what this is kind of a spawn off of. Is because they knew that Deadpool was doing so well, they were like, we're gonna go and do R-rated stuff now. We can go and just give people what they already wanted, and I do. What, Jared? What are your thoughts on this?
No,
you don't like it.
No.
Why?
That is correct.
Why?
Are you talking about with bringing over the old stuff from the Netflix series and all that? Yeah. I mean, I already said I liked it. I'm all about it.
Well, I'm talking about the Daredevil series, though. So you're excited about that one, though?
Yes, they're doing a good move, I think.
Okay, cool. All right, so Avatar 3, Fire and Ash, December 19th, 2025. Yeah, I don't care. I didn't like the second one. The first one, I thought everyone goes on about
good as a standalone.
Well, everyone goes on about how amazing it is, but like, name 3 characters from it. You know, like, it's not that good. It's just Pocahontas with alien blue people or dances with wolves. Like, it's
Pocahontas with Smurfs.
Like, so here's the thing with a lot of James Cameron. He makes amazing strides forward in technology. Doesn't always mean that it's going to be a great, like, story. Did you already say your thoughts,
comment
Jared?
about Smurfs, by the way, Jay?
I just have no interest in it whatsoever.
All right. Did you like the first 2 at all?
I didn't watch them.
Okay, well, I know that this next one is going to be high on Jared's must-see list. Jamie Lee Curtis and God, I forgot the other actress's name. Anybody?
I did this one.
Yeah, this Freakier Friday, for anyone that remembers Freaky Friday. Yeah, it's the mom and daughters. I don't care that they're bringing back
both iterations of Freaky Friday, so I'm excited for it.
I think that it's so stupid.
I think it's funny.
Come up with something new.
Now, you're not going to get a lot of that, but you are going to get a whole lot of Tron Ares, October 20th, 2025, with none other. What? No, Shorty, you listen here. 9 Inch Nails is doing the soundtrack for this movie, man, and I am so pumped for this. What?
I don't like Tron.
You just hate life. Jared.
Well, yes, but That's beside the point.
Do you have any interest in this whatsoever?
A little bit. I don't know that I'm going to go see it in a theater or anything like that, unless somebody else wants to go, that kind of thing. It looks cool. I'll probably watch it at home. The home stereo system.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just because I do plan to go to the theater with the surround sound, like in big screen. It's one of those, I think that the movie theater experience, if you don't go to a really good one, I don't think it'll be worth it. But I think if you're one of those people that has like a really high-end theater near you, it might be worth it for that.
Well, I don't. But yeah, I mean, it looks cool.
I do, and I'm still not going to go see it.
Dutch hater. All right, Monster Jam, the new monster truck movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This feels like a step backwards in his career.
I love The Rock.
That's kind of what he started with, so it makes sense going back to your roots.
He just gets shoved into all these movies all the time. It's like, hey, let's make a movie. Oh, let's put The Rock in it. You know, it's like there's no effort in.
Oh, he was hired to try to fix the recruiting crisis too, and that didn't work either.
So. It feels like such a step backwards. This feels like something he would have done like early in his career, like Tooth Fairy. This is like even a downgrade for him. Like I have a bad feeling for The Rock's career currently after like Black Adam, and it's. I don't know.
Let's not get it twisted. The Rock has an extensive history of taking garbage movies and being in them.
Yeah.
Like, sounds good. You know, the check pays in American cash, right? Yes, it does, Rock. I'll do it.
Right. All right. So I don't think any of us are excited for this one, but going on to the next one I am excited for, Pixar's Win or Lose, December 6th. This one is a big thumbs up for me because this is an original IP, and this is the first time that Pixar is making a television show, and it is about different people in a little league baseball team and just follows each of their different lives in a very Pixar way. We'll probably cry. How do you guys feel about this one?
I like the art for it, so I'm kind of excited to see it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one for him.
Pixar does good with this type of thing. Like, I know that it's going to ring a little bit more, home for me because I grew up in a baseball playing family. My dad played softball with his, whatever factory he was working for at the time. I grew up doing t-ball, baseball, all of that pretty much until I was in high school. So I've definitely, it's going to probably, hit how Pixar does with some things pretty well for me. But yeah, any more thoughts?
It looks like the similar art to Wreck-It Ralph. It looks like it's the same animators.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited with it. And I'm also a big baseball fan in the comic book anime field. So I'm excited to see how this turns out.
Totes my goats, man. All right, so Elio, I didn't really get too much information on this one. It's another original one, but I don't know much about it. I know it's by the same people that did Coco, which I did enjoy. That's about as much as I got off of this one.
Have you watched the trailer at all?
I have not. No, I missed this one.
Elio looks amazing.
Oh, tell us all about it, Jared.
So there's this boy who's you're basically gonna go play outside kid, and he looks like he's maybe 6 or 7 years old. He gets beamed up into space and ends up on some way out in the stars place where there's this galactic federation there, and he's standing in front of them, and they're like, "Where are you?" This little robot comes up. It's this big, and it's please tell me what planet you are from. And he's like, Earth. And they're like, Earth, that is your planet, and stuff like that. And then he brings them into this big room, and there's all these different aliens, and he's in front of them, and they're like, oh, human from Earth, you are the leader, and he's like, no. And they're like, okay, commence with mind wipe. And this crazy. He goes, no, I'm the leader. And they're like, okay, let's begin the trial for Earth. And that's the setup for the movie.
And that's interesting.
Okay.
It looks original, something we haven't seen before. It's got the similar Disney 3D animation humor type thing going on, but
Right.
the concept behind it is so original. And I was like, Elio is going to be amazing.
I totally agree. All right. Oh,
Kind
I
of reminds
forgot.
me of
This,
Hitchhiker Through the Universe.
I do enjoy the Hitchhiker's Guide series, so yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot this one. Insides Out Dream Productions. This one I'm actually excited for. This is a spin-off of the Inside Out series that is a basically film studio planning somebody's dreams. This goes right up my alley because obviously I went to college for film, so this is hitting right where I would enjoy it. I think that this is going to be very entertaining. Thoughts on this one?
Sounds very original. So I'm in.
I'm excited.
Even though
for
it's a spin-off, it does sound original.
Mm-hmm.
I love Inside Out in general, so I'm super excited for this.
Yeah, I think this one is going to be a big hit. This next one I'm not so sure about. Hoppers. I seen the artwork for it. They get turned into a robotic hedgehog or something. Not hedgehog, but groundhog, I guess.
I couldn't find much out about it yet.
Yeah, I just seen some art and I was like, oh, I guess this is coming. We'll see. You know. So this one, it's an I don't care. It's not an up or down. It's just a you're like down.
Down.
Okay.
I do not like the art.
Okay, that's fair. Mufasa, December 20th.
I have a lot of questions.
I am actually somewhat excited about this one, and it's because I wish they had done this one instead of the live action remake one that they had of the original. I already know the story of the original. I like exploring things I haven't seen before. This I'm down for.
Yeah, I mean,
Good.
I'm not against it. I do wish it was back to the original animation style.
That's fair.
And not the new live action thing, which, that does look cool. It's good eye candy or whatever, but there's just something nostalgic about the original artwork style. So this isn't like a spoiler because the movie's not out yet. You can get the same information from the trailer. I'm confused about what's going on with the Mufasa being like an adopted brother.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like Uncle Scar is the legit heir to the throne, possibly?
I believe so. Yes, and they actually they actually call Scar by his original name in this before he's called Scar. So you're gonna find that all of that out in this.
Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense to me.
There's actually books already on it.
Yeah, I was about to say because the story of Scar before you got the alias Scar is kind of sad, to be honest.
And it sounded like they're using the same name, so I think they're actually using the book. The like little books that they had as at least inspiration. Well,
color me informed.
It happens like that when you start hanging out with super nerdy people.
Yeah, I thought they were just like, going crazy with the storyline and be like, what if Scar was the actual brother and Mufasa was adopted? And I'm like, then Mufasa's an a-hole because Scar should have been king.
So Scar's name is Taka.
Yes,
Taka, yeah.
Future reference. And that translates to waste or trash.
Yeah, so he got set up for failure even before. Scar was an upgrade.
That's what they're doing. They're setting you up to feel sympathetic for Scar.
I already do. You give the villain the best freaking music number in the movie. I'm gonna think he's the good guy. Gaston, hello.
Yeah,
he was just trying to stop some nasty stuff going on in that castle.
And then he brings in a bunch of goose-stepping hyenas.
He did.
There's a bunch of backstory and it's really cool. I don't know how I feel about Pumbaa's animation though.
Yeah, I didn't like it in that one before it, so
it's kind of rough.
So the next one is Ironheart 2025. Big thumbs down. Huge thumbs down. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not just because I have zero interest in these derivative characters, which is a huge problem with me right now in Marvel. I do not like Riri Williams as a character in the comic books. I don't like characters that come out of nowhere and they're just like, I'm the best at everything. I'm smarter than everyone else. Because when you go and read the comics, that's how she is. It's not she's the best in a specific field like most characters, like Tony Stark, Bruce Banner. They're all specific. No, she's just the best at everything. Can't stand her as a character. Think this is going to be a huge failure. Your guys' thoughts?
I agree.
Yeah, I wasn't able to find out enough about it to make that have that much of an opinion about it.
She's
it
already
just
made
looked
her
like
first appearance.
the most that I could see from it was that it was like, oh, it's another Iron Man suit type deal. Yeah.
I don't like the design of the suit. She was an okay actor in the other ones. I wasn't a.
In Wakanda Forever when they brought her in, yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't think that she's a very good character. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of most derivative. The big exception for that with me has been Miss Marvel, who I enjoy leaps and bounds over Captain Marvel. If anyone's watched it, I'm being real. Like, actually go and watch Miss Marvel. It's a legitimately good TV show. Captain Marvel is trash.
Yeah.
Put me on record. I've said it plenty of times. All right, so the next one is actually another one that is a big thumbs up for me, and that's Andor Season 2, which, if you did not see Andor Season 1, this is a prequel to Rogue One of the best Star Wars movies ever made. Is amazing, so make sure that you at least have watched that movie as well, because this gives you the deep criminal underbelly of the Star Wars universe. And I love that this next season is going to be actually going over the 4-year period time that leads into that movie. So you'll have 2 seasons and then the movie as a perfect package. I love seeing the actual like dark side of, the Imperials doing horrible things to people, and you're seeing how it actually affects the societies and the different ways that people live. If you have not seen Andor, make sure that you go and see it. Probably, I would say, way better than Mandalorian. Your guys' thoughts?
I haven't seen it
I'm
yet.
excited for it.
Yep, you didn't see Andor?
I haven't seen Andor, but I watched the trailer for season 1 and season 2, and it looks like something I would like better. And it seems, even though there is a little bit more, that still like some of that CGI and backgrounds, fake backgrounds and stuff going on, it seems like they put a little bit of that grittiness into this.
They did,
because they're trying to go for that first 6 movie, first 3 movies. I mean,
that's exactly it. And
feel on it, and that's the Star Wars everyone fell in love with.
Oh yeah.
So I want to check it out and give my opinion on it for sure. Like maybe in a follow up at some point. But
I would love to hear your thoughts on season 1.
It looks way better. And by the way, he said it's a prequel to Rogue One. Rogue One is the best movie that Star Wars has put out by far, by like leaps and bounds, since Disney took over.
Yeah.
Because the 3 movies that they've done with I can't even remember her name because the movie sucks so bad. I only watched them one time.
You're talking about Rey. I thought you were saying
Rey.
Yeah,
the movies with Rey in it and all that.
Yeah.
Just so bad, so awful. And then this Rogue One was amazing. It was really good, and
I would put
it felt
Rogue
a little
One,
bit more.
I would put Rogue One over the prequels even. I would, personally.
Maybe. That depends on which movie.
I think nostalgia is taking a big hit on that for me, though.
Say what?
I think nostalgia takes a hit on that for me, though.
I mean, that's
just the
fair.
nostalgia of watching the first 3.
And like Rogue One fits so perfectly into the universe without having to pander, and that's one of the things that makes it so good. Is so much of this other Star Wars stuff that they're doing is this like, hey, we're gonna poke you in the nostalgia button instead of just making a good movie. And it carries on with Andor. Andor does such a good job at building the world in ways that make sense, that you get to learn more about the ranks of the Imperial Army. You get to learn more about like how the rebellion was doing things before they had even Leia on their side. Like, this is the stuff that actually is interesting. We've seen the universe saving battles. Like, let's go and see like the real stories about real people, not people with god powers.
This is more like The Empire Strikes First.
Exactly. That's pretty much what it is, and it is very, very good. So I'm excited about this one. Mando and Grogu, May 22nd, 2026. This is a movie. This is not a continuation of like the TV show. This is a movie.
This is dead horse kicking at its finest.
Yeah, I did not like the last season.
I think 2 seasons. Was it 2 seasons of Mandalorian, or is it 3?
3.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, I was pretty much done at season 2. I haven't even watched season 3.
Season 1 was very good. Season 2 was okay. Then they did Book of Boba Fett, that was pretty much trash.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Yeah, then they did
season 1 made me say, I think Favreau should run all Star Wars. He should be the George Lucas now
And
because
Dave
of
Filoni, yeah.
because of Mandalorian season 1. I was
Yeah.
just like, he's like what they're doing with it is really good, and then it's kind of petered off a little bit. So it actually makes me question a little bit some of the other stuff that's coming out.
What you got,
And
Shorty?
it's coming out in 2 years, so it's kind of early to announce it, in my opinion. They should announce it next year.
Well,
if they
we've
were going
known that
to.
this was coming for a long time, actually.
Yeah, I know, see, but since they announced it like officially this year,
Yeah.
2 years in advance, I got mixed feelings about that.
Yeah.
But it's kicking a dead horse, man. We've
It
got
is.
plenty of Mando and Grogu. It's done.
I'm not gonna watch it.
I mean, I'll probably watch it, but that's because I watch just about anything. I don't know if I'll go to the theater, so.
Yeah, no.
And to wrap this one up, we've got Percy Jackson Season 2 2025. Actually, big thumbs up. I have not watched the first season, but I've only heard really good things, and I have a niece that is a huge fan of the books. So, yes, good adaptations of really good books I'm here for. I've only heard good things. And you have Adam Copeland in it. For anyone that doesn't remember, that is Edge the wrestler. He plays one of the gods. So that's also a thumbs up for me.
See, I am super big into the Percy Jackson world. Like, I have all the books.
Okay.
I have a tattoo for it. Like, I love the iteration of Percy Jackson.
That's
and
awesome.
The way they did the first movie
I've
made
heard-
me want to throw fit.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was
And they kept
so,
making
so
more
bad.
like even worse quality ones from there, didn't
The
they?
second one was even worse,
Yeah.
which was the Sea of Monsters. Terrible. And then they messed up the ending. But when they redid the TV series for the Lightning Thief, I've only ever heard good things about it as well. And so I'm super excited for season 2, and it gives me a reason to binge season 1 now.
Yeah, because I'm definitely going to go and give this one a try. We could actually go and do a review before season 2 starts up if you want. I think that'd be a fun time.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy it.
Thoughts on this one, J-Rod?
I've just never had any interest in it. I saw the first movie and I was just like,
Yeah.
Movies are terrible.
All right, so this pretty much wraps up what we know, what we got from D23 this year. But I am going to take a second to just let everybody kind of go. What are some of your highlights from this? What are the things that really has you excited with what Disney is doing right now?
I like their announcement of changing up their crew for the Marvel series, so I'm really excited to see where it goes.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they're not just sticking to the same thing, rinse and repeat for every little thing. They're redoing a lot of stuff like Freaky Friday, and Toy Story should have died at 3, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm giving it like a 75% approval rate for what they're announcing.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's about a like a C+ for me for D23. I will say, Pixar, you're carrying Disney. Like when it comes to anything that original that is coming out that looks interesting and stuff, seems like it's coming from Pixar. So big props to them. You know,
as it has for the last 20 years.
Honestly, yeah, Pixar.
It's like
does-
Toy Story was that. I know it's all nostalgic to kids, but there was a Toy Story 1 at one time, and that was
that
quite
was a
the
big
feat.
deal. Yeah, it was.
Of not just in being an original story and stuff like that. It was a feat as far as accomplishing that level of animation at that
Yes, the
time.
animation was so good at that time.
It was. Now going back and looking at it, it's really funny though. Like the dog's legs don't even bend when it's just like, like it's so
It's a
fun to
toy,
go back
though.
and watch. And all the like whenever Andy's having his like party with all of his little friends, if you pause, it's actually all just copies of Andy. They just use the same model and just did different color palettes of shirts.
Yep.
Like I love some of the old school animation, like watching the tricks they use. Now that would be a fun watch through because I've got a lot of weird knowledge from where I was in animation school.
See, that's why I'm really excited for the Star Wars stuff, because some of my favorite things to do is find the props that are in the movies and the TV shows
Yeah.
and see what real household items they are that they just dressed up.
Oh yeah, that is always fun.
That's a little fun thing that I like to do. But speaking of like old animation and stuff, I think since we still have like 15 minutes left on the show. What were y'all's favorite Disney movies? Like,
let's give Jared a chance. We can do that after. Jared, do you have a chance to your biggest things that you're excited for from this?
Oh, well, to recap, Elio, however you pronounce it, that movie looks great.
Yeah, it does.
I look forward to that. As far as everything else, I really want to give Disney probably something around a C minus, maybe even worse. A C minus is being nice because a lot of it's just rehash. It's a whole bunch of nostalgia and stuff like that. And hey, remember when, like we're gonna come out with movie you loved 20 years ago, part 4, and I'm just tired of it. Like I want original content. I feel like it should be more like 50-50 at least original content. But it seems like it's about 75% of the stuff on here is either a sequel or it's a rehashing of something that already exists, like Lilo and Stitch, the movie, right? Yeah. And you got Fantastic Four. I know that's Marvel Cinematic Universe and everything. Freakier Friday, Tron. No knock on you, man, but Tron came out 40 years ago, 50 years ago, something like that.
But you know the type of person I am and how freaky I'm going to be going into that theater to watch that. Like, let's be completely honest. I will be in a very fun headspace to go and watch Tron. You know who I am.
You're going to be on so much skooma and moon sugar. It's not even funny.
I might go play Skyrim after this.
Alright. So now I guess you wanted to throw out a quick topic there, Shorty, you said?
Yeah, so we got like 10 minutes left or so. Like, one of my favorite Disney movies is Black Cauldron. It came out in the 80s. It is the black sheep of Disney.
So are we just going over some that we think don't get enough respect on them?
Yeah, it's like some of our favorite ones are ones that aren't talked enough.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm a big Treasure Planet fan. I mean, it's a great one, I think, but that one is talked about a lot in ones that are not getting enough appreciation. So I don't know if I can really say it's not getting appreciation anymore. So I'm going to go with Oliver and Company.
And while y'all are talking about that, chat, just FYI, while they're talking about that, I want the chat to chime in. What's your favorite Disney movie?
So, they're making a live action Atlantis, right?
I've heard rumors.
Yeah. I'd rather have a live action Treasure Planet than Atlantis.
That's fair. That it would look so cool in live action.
Oh my god.
I think it's a good idea.
So much fun.
But yeah, I think that Oliver and Company doesn't get enough love. I think it's a fun movie. It's got a great soundtrack to it. A lot of good laughs. J-Rod, do you have a Disney movie you want to give a shout out to that doesn't get enough love? That's, Rescuers Down Under or something like that?
No. Everyone knows the best Disney movies, Little Mermaid.
Oh man, I love it when they actually made Eric have a personality this time.
No, Little Mermaid, the original one. That's the best. It's got the best songs.
I'm so on Little Mermaid. Honestly, yeah. I was more of an Aladdin guy.
Yeah, see, I was Sword in the Stone and Black Cauldron were like my favorite.
Sword in the Stone's great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, like those old '80s, early '90s ones were some of my favorite ones. And I've seen the original version of the Black Cauldron before they edited it out, make it more child appropriate.
Yeah,
and shorter.
Yeah, I liked Aladdin before he, got
taken in by the FBI. Oh.
No, that was the genie, not Aladdin.
Alright, so that's this episode of the Inner Geekdom Podcast. I'm Rune. If you thought that I was fun to listen to, make sure that you have followed, subscribed, or looked in the description for other places that you can follow me. J-Rod, who are you? Where can they find you?
I'm right here. Oh, yeah, you can find me at JRod_live on TikTok. You can find me at RP_JRod on Twitch. And then you can also find my music and everywhere music is streamed. You can check out my bands The Faps and Sleaze's Fist and the Latter Day Taints. Jam out to it. Crank that volume knob all the way to the right.
All right, Shorty.
Yep. So I'm Shorty Mafia, or Shorty for short, as y'all know. You can find me on Twitch at Shorty Mafia. Play a mishposh of games and kind of here for the vibes. So if you're here to vibe out, talk, and chill, come on by.
All right. Well, thanks everybody that came by and watched. Make sure that you come back next week. We might end up having a few of us jumping into streams after this. We don't know for sure. Maybe to play a little bit of that game that we suggested to you guys, Speed Freak. So, you know, stick around if you want to possibly see that. But thanks everybody that stopped in. Thanks everybody that was on the podcast this week. And y'all have yourself a beautiful rest of your week.